Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Charter Rahas, and now I will continue the report of Miss Mariani Montiliano about the approaches to integration. But actually, class, I will only discuss the two approaches of integration, which is the multidisciplinary approach and also the interdisciplinary approach. So now let's talk about multidisciplinary approach. So, what is multidisciplinary approach, by the way? Okay, so when we say multidisciplinary approach, it means that it is an approach that focuses primarily on different disciplines. So, from the word itself, multidisciplinary. So, multi means many, so meaning many disciplines or a lot of discipline. So, in multidisciplinary approach, attempts are made to relate the disciplines, but the identity of each discipline is maintained. So, meaning, this approach is a unique educational approach that allows the student to learn and also to explore distinct subject or curriculum from various disciplines. That is why this multidisciplinary approach that I said a while ago that it is an approach to curriculum integration which focuses primarily on different disciplines, and also it highlights the diverse perspective they bring to illustrate a topic, a theme, and also issue. So for instance, two or more subject areas are organized around the same theme or topic. So it simply means that a multidisciplinary curriculum, the same topic is studied from the viewpoint of more than one discipline. Because in multidisciplinary approach, it involves drawing appropriately from multiple academic disciplines to redefine problem outside the normal boundaries and also to reach solution based on a new understanding of a complex situations. So, those teachers who uses this kind of approach organize standards from the discipline around a theme. Okay. So, in this figure, it shows the relationship of different subjects to each other and also a common theme. So, there are many different ways to create multidisciplinary curriculum, and they tend to differ in the level of intensity of the integration effort. Okay, so example of multidisciplinary approach is this one. Okay, so in this figure or structure, Makabayan subject was at the center. So this is now the theme or the central topic. However, the four disciplines such as the Araling Panlipunan, the MAPE, the TLE, and also the values education were integrated along with a theme which is Makabayan. So, we all know that Makabayan was introduced during elementary. So, this learning area, we all know that it stresses the development of the social awareness, empathy, and also commitment for common good. Common good. So, that is why the grades for Makabayan as a discipline were computed from the four discipline, which is the Araling Panlipunan, the MAPE, the TELE, and also the values education. So these four discipline are collaborated along with the given theme, which is Makabayan. Okay. So another example is this one. So for this example, the theme is about the population, the explosion, explanation, and also the consequences. But the topic is about economics, anthropology, we have geography, and also sociology are being covered. So another example and the last example I have is this. So for this example, so the center of this topic is the Israel and also the Palestinian conflict. However, the central topic can touch other area of political origin of Israel, which is the history. We also have the retaliation mentality that is all about sociology. We also have religious differences, that is philosophy. And the last one is we have the water resources, which is under in earth and science. So all of these are interconnected. So they might have different concept, but they are essential to fulfill or to fill in instrument for better learning of the student. So another way of doing it is by fusing skills and also knowledge and attitude into the school curriculum, or by utilizing technology across curriculum. So in this way, the student learn other subject while enhancing their computer skills, and also school can utilize services learning project in the classroom. Okay, so actually class, there are 6 steps in multidisciplinary approach lesson. So first, we have this pre-instructional planning. So we all know that if teaching alone, so we need to make sure that you are acquainted with the materials from the other disciplines. The second one is introduce the methodology to your students. So explain why the subject at hand has such a wide variety of approaches to understanding it. Then next is deliver the lesson. So make sure to deliver the content in a clear or in a coherent way so that the student understand the connection between each point and how they relate to each other. The fourth one is practice interdisciplinary thinking. So in this way, so you can give your student regular assignments that allows them to think about the issue from the other side other than just the subject you teach. Then the fifth one is you need to provide feedback. So note that especially if the students are able to successfully integrate and also to synthesize their knowledge. Then the most important thing is the last, so this is now the last or the sixth step, which is the self-assessment. So here you need to ask the student to evaluate their ability to view a topic from a multiple angles. So most of the advocates of this multidisciplinary approach believes that individual learn best when encountering ideas that are connected to one another. So a strong belief system exists supporting that all things are connected. That is why integrated curriculum relieves this connection. Okay, so that's all. So now let's move on to the next approach, which is the interdisciplinary approach. Okay, so when we say interdisciplinary approach, it means about curriculum integration, in which this approach to integration, the teacher organize and also capsulize the curriculum around common learning across the discipline to emphasize interdisciplinary skills and also concept. And this approach was applied to make the lesson fun and also engaging. So this approach, which is the interdisciplinary approach, creates a new discipline through integration of different discipline. That is why interdisciplinary approach is a knowledge view and a curriculum approach that consciously applies methodology and language from more than one discipline to examine a central theme, topic, issue, problem, or more. That is why two or more discipline are brought together. So, preferably in such a way that disciplines interact with one another and also have some effect on one another's perspective. So, meaning we are collaborating with different disciplines, with different viewpoints or with different perspective to have an amazing idea about a certain topic. So, for example, in teaching Filipino as as a discipline. So the teacher hones students' language skills while resorting the content and topic in Araling Panlipunan. So, therefore, there are times na ang mga teachers for Filipino teams up with those teachers sa Araling Panlipunan to teach a lesson in Araling Panlipunan while she teaches the needed skills in the Filipino. So the purpose of this class is to learn the skills and also the concept that are beyond the immediate lesson. So I have here a strength. So here are the strength of the interdisciplinary approach in education. So first we have collaboration with discipline. So meaning, for example, we have electricity and magnetism. So we all know that ang electricity, it has its own discipline. Same with magnetism na naapod siya sariling discipline. So, if we are going to integrate the two discipline, we will have a electromagnetism. Alright. Then, the second one is expose with issue and apply holistic approach and also develop critical vision and address a problem from multiple perspective. The fourth one is promote group dynamism and also expanding understanding and achievement between disciplines. And then the sixth one is individual become independent and also confident. And then metacognition, so they're critical and also and their independent thinking. And the last one is the epistemological development. Okay, so how can we apply interdisciplinary approach to the lesson, especially for those science teacher or future science teacher? So as a teacher, you must find a way to integrate different discipline of different branches of science, such as in earth science, we have biology, chemistry, and physics. So for example, earth science or astronomy. So instead of talking that we have planet, we have one sun, why not integrate chemistry to it? For example, the chemical composition of each planet. So the chemical composition of the Mercury, the Venus, the Earth, the Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and also the Neptune. Next is physics. For example, the distance of each planet and any calculation that is related to it. And also lastly is biology. So how can we integrate with astronomy? So maybe through terrestrial life if there is. So this is a great action to make your lesson more interesting and fun. So class, the nature of interdisciplinary curriculum is viewed as a means to enhance students' motivation by providing students with curriculum centered on the student base. And often, students selected themes by placing the student at the center, and various activities and actual learning seem to prevail over the various discipline. So that is all about the interdisciplinary approach. So I think that would be all. I hope you learned something, and now I will give the screen to Miss Realiza Negra to continue the discussion.